Hopefully we'll catch us something tonight. Right, let's take us live across the other platforms there. How is everyone doing tonight? There we go. Right, let's move that one over there, and we are good to go. So yeah, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt, searching on the hydrogen line. That is the yellow line at the top of the screen there, and it is the channel on the radio dial, the frequency that scientists theorize we're most likely to hear the hello, is anybody else out there message. And we've already got an unstable internet connection. That's wonderful. We shouldn't do, because I just bloody checked. Didn't I, guys? Fuck's sake. The bloody internet. This was working seconds ago. Seconds ago we did an internet. Seconds ago. I'll have to try this one again in a second, I think. Literally. Ah, Bougie's in. Hello. So we're struggling with the internet tonight. It was full, and now literally as soon as we click live, it wasn't having it. Typical, isn't it? There. Absolutely insane. Let's hopefully it will hold out there. How is everyone doing there? Bougie as well, thank you for the likes early. Yes. What time is it now? Oh, we're getting there. We're 5 minutes beforehand. Nice and early. How's your day going? Nearly at the end of the week, aren't we? So I think we're getting some sort of connection, hopefully. Hopefully, thank God. That is atrocious internet speeds. It was fine just before we came on there. Very, very frustrating. Trying out new makeup. Looks like awesome. I don't, as a guy, don't realise how skilled makeup application is. Some of them is just absolutely insane. I don't have the patience for that. Where are we doing? Right, guys, yeah, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt tonight. We are searching on what is called the hydrogen line. That is the yellow line at the top of the screen there. There is the channel on the radio dial that scientists think we're most likely to hear the hello, is anybody else out there message. And in the 1970s, we may have heard just that. The infamous wow signal was detected right there back then as well. There, but that's not the only one. In fact, hold on, our little alignment is slightly out, so give me a second. I'm just going to bring this over, if I could find it. So there we go. Let's bring ourselves. Is that closer to the middle line? Almost. A little bit closer. A little bit there, maybe. There we go. We're in line now. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so we are searching on that hydrogen line there for potential alien radio signals coming in from amongst the stars there. I try, but I'm not the best at it. I think it's probably like any of these things, isn't it? It's a skill to develop. There's always going to be someone better, but it blows my mind some of the things that you can see out there for that. How me and Alan, we're all right. We're getting through the week. We're a bit tired, but Alan is grumpy as always. Kate is in as well. How are we doing, Kate? And Michelle, how are we doing? Alan West as well, good to have you on board. We're doing a live alien radio signal hunt tonight, if the internet wants to play ball. There, so we're searching, as I said, on the hydrogen line. That's the frequency, the channel on the radio dial that scientists theorize we are most likely to hear the message. There have been a number of interesting candidate signals throughout the years there, most notably, obviously, the wow signal, a nice, clear, a non-organic signal coming in there from somewhere off planet, probably quite far away. If we do get a signal, it'll come in right at the top. Where's my cursor? So it'll come in here. This is the sort of frequency range of interest right around here. See a nice, hopefully nice clear spike there. And then it'll get replicated down here. This is the analysis section. It's going to help us understand what that is and filtering out some of those organic radio signals, because space is very noisy in radio. There, Kate is in. How are you doing there? Laura Lass too. How is everybody's week going? We're nearly there, aren't we? We're nearly on the other side. Or to the weekend, I should say. Ever so slightly. So doing some micro signal analysis. Is that going to pick up anything? Because we've got the ridge back. And now this is interesting because it wasn't here earlier. So we're getting this yesterday. Again, this had gone, this second ridge. So we're getting that one. Again, we think is localized interference. But look, right where we want to see a signal, we're seeing some increase in the background noise there that looks a little bit technological. It's not that smooth undulation there of nature, so it could be quite interesting indeed. So let's keep an eye on that one. But it had gone last night, hadn't it? The regs are in tonight, getting there slowly, but we are early. And you're not late, Kate, you're early as well. We need V in, and we do. We'll see if we are lucky. And Marcus, I'm sure Marcus will be in pretty soon. He's normally pretty on time. Nemo's in as well. How are you doing tonight there? And Lamorks as well. Good to see those tickers hiding around there as well then. So yeah, we're doing another alien radio signal hunt. Then Lee, how you doing over on YouTube? How are you doing? So it's nice and quiet at the minute. I wonder how long that will stay quiet for there. But I was playing with the telescope, and I don't blame her there. That's a good point, actually, Ayup. Yes, but I mean, if I had a telescope there, I do want one. I'm not quite sure if I've been good enough this year for Santa to come and deliver us one. We can hope. I wouldn't even know where to start. In fact, I was thinking about this the other day. It's a pain in the arse setting up the camera, let alone a whole telescope, so I'm not quite sure how often I would use it. But it would be quite great to see some of those objects up there a little bit closer. So guys, if you're joining us for the first time, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt. Do give us a follow, because we do something like this every night. So if it's cloudy, it's the live alien radio signal hunt. If it's not, we get the camera out and we point it to the sky, look at all of the awesome, weird, wonderful things flying around there in the night sky. UFOs, UAP, and whatnot there. If the moon is up full, there's some moon shots for you. And nice, see all the craters, all the details, talk about how weird the moon is. And do say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're all joining us from tonight. Freedom, how you doing? Good to see you all in there. And Harko, how you doing there? First thumbs up. Thank you there, Harko, over in on the YouTubes. And guys, if you do want to see a little bit more of the screen there, so we're on YouTube and Twitch at The Thing UFO for both of those. You can see more of the screen, which is good for those skywatches. Or for, as we're doing now, the alien radio signal hunts, you see more of that analysis going off either side there, and the little sky map that's normally behind me. So yeah, do join us over there. And it's also a good little backup. You never want to trust one platform. So it's always good to have that as a little backup there. Where are we? Let me scroll through. Jolly, any new photos on Atlas Maps? Not yet, as far as I know. Yeah, I think they're still holding. They're only just, aren't they, off of their shutdowns, and just ended apparently. So I'd expect some things coming soon there from the upside down. Speaking of which, we've got Stranger Things coming up now, haven't we? Not long. Might end up having to take a few nights off to watch that. And Freedom, this solar flare is not a joke for Earth, although the lights are beautiful. I think you're very, very right there, because a lot of us, we're not fully aware, aren't we, of all of the things that are going on up there and how dangerous they can be. But so far for us, they just look like a pretty light show. We can all get very excited, but they are incredibly dangerous. And it's one of the theories, isn't it, that maybe, a solar storm like that, coronal mass ejection, or plasma, may have actually impacted the Earth once or twice there, causing those dangerous events. And this scientists were talking about the craters that we see on the moon. So when we do our moon stream, we see all those craters there. They're not necessarily just impact craters. One scientist was saying that there seems to be that sort of fractal burn pattern that you would expect from a solar event like that, maybe striking the moon there. And Sava as well, thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight there? And you're right, Tickers, it is the best UFO stream there. Harko's in over on TikTok as well. Good to see you in here as well, matey. Where's my little thing gone? Bloody thing. Oh, thank you for all the gifts as well, Harko, and for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom, thanks guys.
I'm keeping him well fed. Well, let me scroll that back up so I can catch up with it and see where we were. Yeah, any questions, guys? Fire away. There are no silly questions. We'd like to hear all of your thoughts and opinions, the latest news, and if you've had any experiences with the phenomena, we'd love to hear about that. So we're waiting for the action to kick off on a stream there. And tickers are liking the likes there. All those likes and those shares, guys, they help us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves, getting more eyes and minds on the phenomena. So we can all piece this puzzle together there. And Laura's can't wait for the next series of Stranger Things and Wicked. I've not seen the Wicked ones yet, but I held off with Stranger Things for quite a while, and then I got into it, and yeah, I did quite enjoy it. There, it's very clever. It presses all the nostalgia buttons, doesn't it? And Tick Tick as well. Thank you for the heart there. Stream is the Swiss Army knife of UFOs and UAP stream. Spread the word. Thank you, Tickers. And yeah, I can't disagree with that. And Freedom NASA have raised the alarm. A magnetic scar has formed over Earth. A magnetic scar. That is something I've not heard of before. So is that saying that the energy has been so intense or whatever it's actually damaged that magnetic field? Has it weakened it somewhat? Where are we? Let me just scroll through there. NXRY, thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight? Kate coming in with the shares too. Guys, if you're joining us for the first time, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt here, searching the skies, hoping to hear ET saying hello there. We've had a handful of good candidate signals over the years, not us on the stream, we've only been doing this a few months, but over the years there have been some interesting signals detected. Now, they are still quite rare, but the frequency that they seem to be coming in has seemed to be picking up the last decade or so. Obviously, there is the WOW signal, the most famous one there that most people know about, received in the late 1970s, only a few years after we sent that message as humanity there with our most powerful transmitter. But since then, there have been a number more. It's awesome, Kate. I agree with you there. I am looking forward to the next season. But yeah, there have been a number more, and one that really gets my attention is one from a nearby-ish star called Ross 128. It's a red dwarf star. It's quite big and it's a bit older, a few billion years older than our star here, so it's had longer for life to develop. But we know of a planet in orbit of that star that is within its habitable zone there. So that, for me, sounds very interesting to potentially be getting signals from there as well. Completely obsessed with Wicked. It's so inspirational. I've not seen, I mean, the visuals, it looks so good there, but I'll go see it at the cinema. Oh, it's out at the cinema. I'll catch it next time. Haven't got around to it yet there. And Bougie enjoying a nice Bailey's coffee. That actually sounds quite civilized there. Does sound quite nice. T, how are you doing there? And hello from Greece, RXRY. Thank you for joining us. Now, have you seen anything over in Greece? What is the UFO culture like over there? Love to hear about that one. And do thank you for joining us there. Kate coming in with the shares. And Freedom, it's popped up on the news feed regarding the alarm, but not sure if it's credible source, so don't panic. Well, this is the thing, isn't it now? We are so wonderfully connected, like the fact that we're all here together tonight. We've been put in contact by the gods of TikTok, haven't we? So we can all hang out and share some information. But the downside of that is obviously that people that may be getting it wrong or maybe purposely saying some things that are wrong can also get out there. It's so hard to tell these days, isn't it? So yeah, maybe that's probably the right way to look. Let stuff flag up on your radar there, but see if we can confirm it from multiple sources there. That Brian spoiled Wicked for me. I like Greek dancing. Brian, which Brian was that with Wicked? I know so little about popular culture. I'm like an old man now. So yeah, we're doing another radio signal hunt, but look, we're getting our friends here. Look, this little signal coming in. Now, once again, it has been with us for the whole time, so it's probably natural, probably to do with the solar activity, because it has been up so much lately, isn't it? I wonder when all of that dies down, are we going to see these little ridges here drop down? We shall see. Is it all going to quieten down in the old the sky? Bit fizzy there. And XRY, we don't have any information here, although we are a country with UFO history from ancient years now. That is awesome there. So I know what you mean with the lack of information sort of generally from the mainstream there, but it's there in the culture. Again, something I wasn't aware of, that back in the day, I mean, how I got into the UFOs was probably how most people get into ufology and stuff there. It's the odd mystery show on TV, maybe you hear about Roswell or something like that. So it's a very nuts and bolts, it's a recent thing from the 50s, little green men coming from in metallic ships across the sky there. But as soon as you get into it, start looking, it does look like it has been going on for a very long time there. Throughout history, even some cave paintings, I think there. Bougie, your Monster Inc. matches the background. Oh, you know what? I hadn't even clicked that, and I don't normally do energy drinks. I was trying to be a good boy for a few years, and I put them aside. But I was feeling so tired today. I thought this stream is going to go south if I don't have some sort of some sort of caffeine in my system there. But you're right, the green and black does match it as well. I'm feeling sponsorship. Actually, I used to know. Give me ideas there. Man petrol. Person petrol. Man, I do like that one too, because that's very good there. Pink, what's your favourite? See, when I used to drink energy drinks, there was like 2 or 3 flavours, maximum 3. And now I walked in and went, oh, I'm going to treat myself a bit nostalgic. Let's go pick up an energy drink. What the hell are all these different flavours to confuse me with? And then eventually I decided that I did like, was it the Aussie Lemonade Monster? And there was an apple one. I can't remember what that one was called now. And now they're not, I can't get them. So I have to resort to the classic there. Doing my kidneys. Oh, that's why I stopped, because I used to live off them religiously, and I'm trying to be a little bit better now. I managed to do it for quite a while, but no, I'm slowly slipping back to old ways there. Freedom. I used to drink energy drinks, but I was getting palpitations. Same. Yeah, I was far too dependent. So it started off though. I thought, you know what? On a weekend, maybe when I cut my grass, I'll treat myself to an energy drink there. You know, that'll be it. Just to live a little bit when I was younger. You know, reminds me of simpler times are there. But they've crept into every week, and now look, midweek monster. You have to keep me checked on that one. Unpopular, how you doing? We're live on your channel, just dropping in to say hello and show you we're going to have a chat with. Yes, Unpopular, we are, aren't we? We're going to have a little chat. It's going to be interesting, I think, like a little interview, isn't it? We're going to set a time some point for next week there. So yeah, looking forward to that, having a little chat more there. So guys, get ready to follow Unpopular there, and you'll be able to catch that one when it comes up next week. Kate, it's sugar-free. I'm diabetic, but even still, all the other stuff. Yeah, you trade off one bad thing. So, you know, the joy doesn't come, does it, for free in this life, sadly. Can I ask what the bottom graph is for Freedom? Good question there. So, what's happening? The top section, that's your live radio signals coming in across all these frequencies, all these different channels there. But it's much like your old-fashioned radio dial where you tune in. This is the line of interest for us, but we're actually seeing all of those signals coming in. Now this middle section is the analysis section. It's taking all of that there, replicating it down here, but rather than those dynamic spikes in real time, showing you all of those signals there, it's showing it over averages there, so we can actually see some different patterns and shapes. And obviously we change the colour if it's above a certain strength there, so the orange ones are a bit louder, and then they go red if we get a nice clear signal. But we can see this undulation that you can't really see at the top. You can also start to see these little plateaus, which normally means there's very, very faint signals coming through there. And then directly behind me, which you guys can't actually see at the minute over on TikTok, is the live sky map there, and it shows actually where our dish is pointing and what local stars are nearby and in range of our dish, essentially there. You can see it over on Twitch and YouTube there if you want to join us for those ones. See a bit more of the screen. You'll get a little shot in a second. So when it comes up, there you go, you can see what the full screen looks like, and then just above my little image there you can see some audio analysis, and on the right you get some information on the planets, or those stars, that are in range there. And where we scroll down here, Lorelas as well, thank you for the heart and for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom, thanks guys.
Nearly missed them, didn't we, Alan? Keeping him well fed. So yeah, there's lots of analysis going on the screen there. Where are we? This is my favourite live. Bougie, thank you. And you know, it's my favourite live, and that's not being biased, because it's got you guys in it there. Like it's like meeting up with friends, isn't it? We check in every night, we have a bit of a laugh, put the world's problems aside, talk about aliens. And I was, especially during the summer when we were starting this at like 11:30 p.m, so it was dark, we could do the skywatch, and then I was doing that until 2, and then working full time and doing it every night. I was really burning the candle at both ends, so I was like, I better take a night off, better take a day off every now and again. And whenever I would, I just bored. You know, I was like, no, actually, I want to hang out with people. It was more of a social recharge than anything. I mean, I was staying up late, but I enjoyed it, so I feel you there and appreciate that. Bougie and Unpopular, have a great night and speak soon. Yeah, we'll catch you. I'll message you hopefully later on once I've checked my calendar there, Unpopular. And no, A-Up's not in yet. No, maybe, as Kate mentioned. Oh no, there's A-Up. Let's just popping in there. We thought you'd be playing with your telescope there. You're late, but hey, we'll forgive you. And let me scroll down there. And Timothy, welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from tonight? Guys, if you're new here, do give us a follow. So we do something like this every night. So if it's a cloudy sky, we are doing this. We're doing a live alien radio signal search. Or if the sky is clear, we do a live UFO, UAP, skywatch. There you go. There's some footage. See all the movement, all the weird, wonderful things flying around in the night sky there. And if the moon is up full, we did this the other day, we checked the moon for all the weird and wonderful things, see all the craters and the details there. So yeah, do join us over for that as well. Let me scroll through. Yeah, but yes, do say hello if you're new here and let us know where you're watching from. How do you feel about it? And oh, AZ, thank you for the follow as well there, sir. I do enjoy some of your content as well. So guys, do check out AZ there as well. And Mikhail's in the room. How are we doing, Mikhail? We're getting through the week slowly, aren't we, guys, there? Exactly. Where is everyone calling in from tonight there, Tickers? So you are from in Somerset. There, Freedom's Manchester, love it there. And up another opportunity to see the aurora again tonight between 12 and 2. I will probably forget. How strong was last night? Did we start to see it a little bit further down in the hemispheres there? Stephen, back again. Do you ever pick up that free Atlas signal? So we haven't picked up anything from Atlas, and as far as I know at the minute, they are picking up organic signals, organic radio signals, but they're very faint. Nature is quite faint unless it's a supernova there, so we wouldn't be able to pick those up. I don't think they're going to be powerful enough. I'm not sure fully though. But we haven't had any intelligence signals from Atlas yet. I don't think we're pointing in the right direction at the minute now. But hey, we're going to keep looking there. And AZ, need your help. Hey, drop us a message. Any questions? Ask away. Always here to help out a fellow searcher. There as well. And energy drinks are not good for the old ticker. No, especially the amount I used to consume there. But as a treat and to maybe get us through on the stream there. We have Storm Claudia slapping the UK around the face at the minute. Yeah, we can feel it at the second there. Ain't good for me. No, they're definitely not here. YouTube's a bit glitchy. That's frustrating. Our signal, our internet connection did just die before we came on stream. It was fine. Clicked go live, boom, issues. Well, that's typical, isn't it? Oh, there we go. A micro signal analysis. There. So, is it gonna? No, it's not gonna do anything, is it? Let's wait for those signals to come in. I wonder what I won't do a speed test whilst we're on it because it'll clog it up, but hopefully it will stabilise as the night goes on. Now, they are apparently installing fibre in our small town, so maybe one day we won't have to worry about this. But my job, I've got 2 jobs over the weekend. One is to update the features on this, on what we're doing here. The other is to run a new LAN cable. Network cable through the house, so that's going to be a fun one, digging up the floorboards to do that one, but hopefully we'll stabilise the stream. If you are joining us for the first time, we are doing a live alien radio signal hunt, searching on the frequency that scientists theorise we are most likely to hear the message, hello, is anybody else out there? There's been a number of interesting signals detected right here throughout the years, most notably the WOW signal. That's one of the good ones there. The Ross 128 signal, the Weird signal, and does anybody remember the SETI at Home project there? The screensaver that we all downloaded in the early 2000s that would decode all of that data for the SETI organisation there. Well, apparently they did get a signal. They wrote it off later and said it was most likely interference. But when you actually look at the evidence for them making that assumption there, and it is an assumption, it's actually quite loose there. So there's been quite a few interesting signals for over the years, and the frequency of detection does seem to be ramping up over the last decade there. So that is, it's very, very interesting there. And I'll be right back, Bougie. We'll see you in a minute then. Thank you for the shares, because it is those shares and those likes, guys, that helps us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves, getting more open-minded, intelligent people to look at the problem and share their experiences, can help us all piece this puzzle together there. And who is impatiently waiting for NASA to update their website? 100%. We've waited like a month now for that data there, and too far. Which antenna are you using? So it's a parabolic mesh antenna. I can never remember what the head type is like there, but it's a couple of meters, 2-3 meters wide. Oh dear, knocking that off. Yeah, it's a 2 point. Oh, sorry. Anyway, it's a large parabolic mesh antenna, but the actual receiving, what do you call it, the bit on the end there, because you tell I know a lot about radio, that is tuned for this frequency range here, because we're interested in the hydrogen line. This is where we'd expect to hear that signal, and where those past signals have been detected there. So again, yeah, that is tuned for that wavelength there. We've also got the low noise amplifiers there and the filters for this to kind of give us as much of a chance as possible to hear anything coming through on these frequencies, because these distances are so vast. The chances of getting a signal that is, coming over those distances is going to be very faint by the time it reaches us here, most likely. Lots of energy is required, isn't it, there? So those signals might be so faint that they get lost in amongst the background noise there. So we have to do what we can to help boost those signals up there. It's a good question, too far as well. It's still possible. Oh, Bougie, it is very possible. Very possible indeed. Like with a lot of these things, isn't it? There are scales there. There will be signals, like a range of signals that will just be too quiet for us to detect without having one of those absolutely massive radio telescopes there, like the big boys have. But there is still quite a wide range that we can hear, potentially with this equipment as well, because it's still quite large. And we're always updating and looking for ways to help out with that as well. We're doing a little bit of extra analysis like this as well. So we're not just looking for those clear signals. For us as well, we're looking for fragments of signals as well that might be lost in amongst the background noise. So we're looking in the two directions at once there. Oh, where is everything going today? Oh, my little buttons are going off there. Let me scroll through here. It is definitely still possible. And hey Lisa, how are you doing? I watched E.T. today. It's got to go on our movie club list. We haven't seen that. I haven't seen that in absolute years. I don't even know if I've watched it all the way through. I feel it's one of those films, isn't it, that we all know about culturally. But have I actually seen it? I don't know. And the sticker says, where are we all dialing in from tonight there? Where are we all watching from? Do say hello if you haven't yet in the chat. We want to hear where everybody's coming in from. And up as well, I keep losing the video feed, but I think it's me rather than you. Oh, well, thank you for the heads up. It could well be me with having, again, some internet issues typically there. Want ET on the vote this time? Well, I think, for next month we should put it on there, as long as it's available on one of the platforms. But Mayor's in the house. How are you doing, Mayor? Good to see you in tonight there. Thank you for the heart. That's very kind. Wasn't ET on the vote this time? I don't know. Was it? It may have been. If it was, we'll have to wait a bit there. Lee, bit of buffering on YouTube. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, I think that probably is my end. Internet was fine. Click go live. Internet decides to have a song there. ET and Alan phone home. Yeah. This is what this software is really for. It's to eavesdrop on Alan's conversations there. Serious atmospherics in the UK due to Storm Claudia. I think that the solar storm, it all seems to be going a bit sideways technologically at the minute there. Thank you again, Mayor. Hey, I can't even see the name there. Is it Xena? I can't. My eyes there over on YouTube. Where's the telemetry coming from? So this is all coming from our own dish out there in the back garden. Comes directly in through various amplifiers and filters and things, and then comes straight into the computer, and then is processed at the top, and then into this middle section for analysis. Where are you joining us from there tonight, Xena? Haiti and Alan are best mates. Well, they were, but they fell out over some pogs. Traumatised from last night's infection. Was you on another one last night? Oh, I've gone to hear all about that one. I saw the post earlier. I didn't know that was another investigation, though. AT was the option this time. We'll keep voting for it. Okay, well, we'll have to watch that one. Mayor as well coming in with the shares. Thank you. Well, I'm sure it'll come up again. I only got 2 votes. That's crazy. I'm surprised that Invasion of the Body Snatchers got the votes there. Maybe Alan rigged that one. I can't see my eyes. I've turned my screen down. I can't really see much at the second there. Lots of buffering there, Xena. Yeah, I think we've got a bit of crap internet tonight. Normally it's not so bad. But we're also on TikTok. That seems to be working. TikTok Live should be able to find us there. Also Twitch, but I mean, if YouTube's playing up, Twitch probably is as well. Our internet is having a bit of a sulk tonight. Hopefully it'll pass soon, though. Leanne coming in with the hearts there, thank you. Right, let me just scroll through. Yeah, so if you are joining us for the first time, guys, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt, searching on the hydrogen line. That's the yellow line at the top of the screen, and it's also where scientists theorize we're most likely to hear the "hello, is anybody else out there" message from another civilization. There have been a handful of interesting candidates over the years, not least the WOW signal, one of the most well-known and probably the best example of a potential alien radio signal ever detected there. But there have been a number of interesting signals, and the frequency of the detection of these signals does seem to be ramping up there. Stephen over on YouTube, how are you doing tonight? Where are we? Let me scroll up on here. Oh no, having some chats there, that's fine. Tickers, make a list. Glasses, water, and monster. I do need a little checklist there. Xena as well. Yeah, hopefully the buffer is going to sort itself out there. But where are you joining us from tonight? Good to have you in. And AUP, put a treasure box up there. Guys, remember to thank AUP when you claim that there. We're at an inn on Sunday. Oh, I'm looking forward to that one. Oh, look, it's the... Oh, it's just gone. I was only up there for a second. But thank you, AUP there. A little alien buddy there. I always like those because they look like Alan. Although I should be fearing, shouldn't I? Like any extra Allens are there. But thank you for feeding him.
Nom nom nom, thanks, guys.
Let me scroll down here as well. Oh, Fraser's in. How you doing, Fraser? And thank you for feeding Alan.
Thank you for the alien pets, guys.
This is the worst little chat box. It keeps moving left, right, and centre. Go away. Let me scroll through. How you doing, Fraser? Good to see you in there. And he from Aberdeen, love it there. At least the solar flare is probably kicking our satellite butts. I really, honestly, the amount of tech issues that are just perfectly aligning for this sort of thing. As Kate says, it's Mercury in microwave as well. There, Mayor as well, feeding Alan.
Thank you for the alien pets, guys.
So lots of stuff. So hopefully that will calm down soon, and we can kind of actually have a reasonably consistent service there. Service. Ban down everything up there. And Sarcastic, how are we doing there? Tell them to come and get me, please. I'm so tired of Earth. I think there's a queue. That seems to be a common sentiment there. AUP and Leanne.
Nom nom nom, thanks, guys.
Thank you for feeding Alan. Oh wow, look, we're getting in on the gifts tonight, there, guys. We could do a very close to being able to do a little chat with Alan. There, the Q&A with Alan. That is what I was going to say. Is Alan time for walkies almost? Yes, you've had your snacks. Loving the stickers there, Maya. Oh, and speaking of stickers, remember in our little TikTok shop, guys, we've only got a limited number left, but we have the stream stickers as actual physical stickers. There's a little novelty there. And Leanne shared the live. Thank you, Leanne, for that. And PND, how you doing there? The hydrogen line. That's it. You're 100% correct. That yellow line at the top of the screen is called the hydrogen line because that is the frequency that hydrogen gas out there in the universe. And as it decays, it will release a radio signal on that frequency. And because that is the most common molecule that is out there, it is like a big flag, a big marker on the radio dial there. It's nice and consistent no matter where you are out there in amongst the universe. So that is why scientists, or one of the reasons why scientists think this is the most unlikely place to be able to hear that hello, is anybody else out there message from another potential civilization. Leanne coming in with the gifts, thank you, and for feeding Alan as well.
Nom nom nom, thanks, guys.
And I really thank Maya for the treasure box as well when you claim that one. It's Q&A time with Alan. Yeah, get your questions ready because it won't be long at all. And Raze as well, how you doing? Welcome aboard, thank you for the follow. So yeah, the hydrogen line this is where we would think most likely, of all of the methods of communication there, it doesn't, why would aliens use radio? And if they do, why this frequency? Out of all the thousands of channels on the dial there, why this one? Well, firstly, as I said, it is that flag on the radio spectrum there. Of all of the different channels there, this is the consistent one no matter where you are sort of within our galaxy. But it's also how do you put it? it's also oh god, I've lost my mind with it there. But it's okay. So it's also words have totally left me today. It's also reserved for radio astronomy. This is the other reason why it's interesting to us there. So any signals that we do get in on this frequency are unlikely to be satellites or my phone or my Wi-Fi router or anything like that, any other bit of technology. You're not allowed to broadcast on it. It is reserved for listening only. And we've also heard a number of potential signals on this frequency before as well. So we've got it's where we would expect it to look. Expect it to be. We've got the fact that there's less interference and there have been past signals here, there. And there are some others, but I've forgotten them totally. They've leaked out of my head. So we'll get back to them in a few minutes there. But yeah, this is why it is interesting to us there. And the stickers are awesome. Has everybody got theirs yet that has ordered it there? Lots of new names tonight. Yeah, it's got a few people loving the stickers there, Ayup. And as Ayup says, if you are a newbie, please do share and like. It is those shares, those likes, you guys tapping away that helps us reach more and more like-minded people like yourselves there, getting more eyes and minds on the phenomena so we can all piece this puzzle together there. Everybody thank Maya for the treasure box as well when you claim that one. Loving the stickers there. But yeah, if you're joining us first time, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt, searching on the hydrogen line, the frequency on the radio dial there, the channel that scientists theorize we're most likely to hear the hello. Is anybody else out there message? Now we do this pretty much every night because of British weather. So if it's cloudy, we're doing this alien signal hunt. If it's not cloudy, we get the camera out, we point it to the stars, we see UFO, UAP, and all the weird and wonderful things flying around in the night sky. We are based in Wiltshire in the UK, which is just down the road from Stonehenge, but it's right in the heart of crop circle country there. And if the moon is up full, we do a nice moon watch, some actual footage again. We see all the craters, the details, talk about how weird the moon is. And if you're following us, hopefully you'll get that notification when we go live there together. Exactly. And I can't get the name on that one. It won't come up there, but thank you for the follow. Do appreciate that. And guys, if you're new, do say hello. Let us know where you're joining in from. How do you feel about the UFO, the alien phenomena there? Do you think life is abundant out there because it's so vast and there are so many planets that we now know orbiting stars? Or is it very unlikely? How do you feel about all that? Are we even being visited? Is it somewhere in the middle, though? Do let us know how you feel on that one, because it's quite interesting to take the gauge, isn't it, to see that spread of belief there. And all are welcome. They're all sort of valid there. Bougie as well, thank you for the heart. And Maya and Lorelas.
Nom nom nom, thanks, guys.
Feeding Alan. Let me scroll down here. Oh, it's Ayup did a portal. I didn't see that, but thank you, Ayup, for that one as well. So yeah, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt. And yeah, there have been a handful of very interesting signals over the years there. So obviously the WOW signal is the most well known. They're really a clear technological signal. Exactly what we would expect to see there, right where we would expect to see it. Now sadly it didn't, or as far as we know, it hasn't repeated. So they haven't been able to conclusively say yes, 100% aliens, but it was everything, all the tick boxes are needed there. Bougie Alan needs a girlfriend. He's got 8, but that's why he's here on Earth. He's trying to escape it. He's avoiding the child support. It's very, very expensive. But yeah, so there have been an interesting handful and a number of these signals. So obviously the WOW signal, we just did that one, but the frequency of these signals does seem to be ramping up a little bit. There does seem to be more detections per decade now, and you never know when they are going to happen there, because as the Earth rotates, our dish will sweep across the sky, so it's a bit of a lottery, hoping that we're going to pass over a planet at the right time there, or a star with a planet that's inhabited by life that will be transmitting at the right time. Now, the star Fomalhaut has just left our radius there, but Difter has come into range there, and that is a 96.3 light years from us. So if we were to get a radio signal from that star that we can clearly see here, the minimum power required for that is 104.31 gigawatts there. That is a lot of energy there. And where are we in the chat? It's raining, Stephen. Yeah, it's still raining here. Yeah, it's buffering a lot. I think our internet's pretty rubbish here, Stephen. So hopefully it'll sort itself out soon there. He has a cousin. Yeah, Alan's got a few buddies. There does seem to be a little bit of an invasion going on, doesn't there, at the minute there? But yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're doing the live alien radio signal hunt there. Now, I can't remember what's the details, because you've got the wow signal, and then you've got the weird signal, which was detected much later. I think it was in the 2010s, and then named kind of after the wow signal there. But again, it was a repeating signal that was clear and non-organic. Now, when we say non-organic, nature is very, very noisy in radio. There, you can tune into planets, you can tune into comets, all sorts of other celestial events. As I said, hydrogen gas, that's why it's called hydrogen line. You can tune into gas, god damn it. There. So nature is very noisy in radio, but nature is also very messy, and that is one of the ways that we can tell a technological signal apart from a natural one there. Technology is very efficient and precise there, so very thin, very tight, very tidy there. Or the tidier it is, the more technological in nature it is there, whereas as you can see that background noise there, it's all messy, it's all over the shop there. So when we're talking about these candidate signals that we have detected, these are passing that test there. They're looking technological, they're looking quite thin, quite precise there, and they're pulsing, they're doing all the little tricks that we would expect there. Trace, hi, is this an app or equipment? This is equipment. That's a good question. Yeah, so that we've got our dish, and then we're processing that with various bits of software and other equipment coming through there now. So this is a live feed of how we do it. We're basically, our dish points directly south, and we are sort of a 15-degree inclination above the horizon there. So it's not particularly high pointed there, but just a little bit off the horizon. But yeah, directly south from our position here in Wiltshire. And the connection going to YouTube and Twitch is a bit crap at the minute, but if you want to see a bit more of the screen and a lot more of what's going on, we've got again more analysis going on in the full screen there, so it'll come up in a second. So yeah, you can see the whole sky map at the bottom section there, where all the planets and the stars are that are in range. You can see where the dish is pointing, and then in that middle left section you can see some audio waveform analysis there, so the signal's being processed, understood there, and to the right you're seeing some star data information. Yeah, it tells you a little bit more about the stars that are in range. So yeah, guys, do us a favour and follow us or subscribe, whatever it is, over on Twitch and YouTube there, because TikTok is always throwing us off for some reason. So it's good to have it as a little backup there. Yeah, and we do this basically every night. If it's clear, we're doing the live UFO skywatch. If it's cloudy, though, we do this there. Triss always wanted to get into this. I heard something as a kid, and I could never replicate. Oh, Triss, that sounds fascinating. What sort of thing did you hear? How did you hear it? What did you hear it on there? That's amazing, and it's actually not too hard to get into this as well. It's not the most expensive of hobbies there. And as Bushi says, tapping is clapping. It is you guys liking and sharing away there that helps us reach more and more like-minded people, so we can get more eyes and minds on the phenomena, and together piece this puzzle together. So yeah, there's lots going on, and we're getting, see, the middle ridge here. This is dipping down. It's dying down a bit, but the interference signal is holding strong there. So yeah, interesting. And if you are just joining us, we're doing a live Miguel as well. Thank you for the heart, and I think I missed that one there. But yeah, if you are joining us for the first time, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt here. We're searching what's called the hydrogen line, the yellow line at the top of the screen there, and that is the channel on the radio dial that scientists theorize we're most likely to hear the hello, is anybody else out there message coming from another civilization. So that's what we're doing, basically. Where are we in the chat there? Oh, I was playing around with old radios and CBs. Oh, interesting. Because it reminds me of, we watched Signs, didn't we, the other day? And it was coming through the baby monitors there. And Miguel as well, thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom, thanks guys.
You're starting to eye me up there. Let me go over there. We'll get tapping on TikTok soon. Just doing the online grocery order. The things like that have to come first out. And God, they do. They don't make it easy, do they? I know when Leanne's doing the online shop, because there's a storm cloud around. And Cosmic's in the house. How you doing tonight, Cosmic? So yeah, as those signals come in from our dish, well, actually let me start off a bit earlier than that. So as the Earth rotates, our dish is fixed, so it will sweep across the sky there, hopefully passing over a planet or a star that has a planet that's got life on it, and they'll be sending us a signal at that time. So it's a bit of a lottery. We don't know how long or when those signals are going to happen or where. So the more we do it, the more we check the same patch of sky there, our statistical odds of detection do go up. But there, if we do get a signal, it will only be on screen for between 30 and 90 seconds there, because that is how long at these sorts of distances there that our dish will take to go on, over and off of a target star. Manually tuning to unknown frequencies. I found something, liking it. Trying to flip between Tesco's YouTube and TikTok. Now that you need 3 hands there. Hey up. Raf's in. How you doing? Sorry, over on YouTube and Twitch, guys. The signal does seem to be a bit questionable tonight. There. So yes, the signal will only be there for between 30 and 90 seconds. So that is why it's a bit of a needle in a haystack for us tonight. But as I said, the more we do it, those statistical chances, our odds of detection do go up there. And the fact that there have been signals heard on this frequency before, again, puts us into the realms of reasonable odds of detection. So that red box that's popping up now is doing something called macro signal analysis there. So what's happening is, as you can see, this blue line here, and it's replicated sort of down here, that is the background noise of the universe. Scientists say that is the sounds of the Big Bang, the CMB, cosmic microwave background there, same as the static on your telly. But it's that background noise, potentially left over from the Big Bang there. But by the time a signal reaches us here, these distances are so vast, the energy required to get a nice, clear, strong signal, again, is absolutely great. If we go back to DIFTA at 96.3 light years, that's 104.31 gigawatts to get that signal over here. So the chances are those signals are going to be so faint by the time they do reach us here. We are listing or trying to analyse, looking at these signals that are coming in and falling and creating this background noise here. Is there any sign that within that there is a sign of repetition, encoding, modulation, anything in there that could give us a clue that there's just a fragment of that signal that we might be missing out on? Oh man, you're tuned to unknown frequencies, and I found something. What sort of thing was it? What did you hear there, Tris? Because there are a few little phenomena associated with radio in general. Where are we? YouTube is having a mini spaz. Yeah, apparently, YouTube isn't good at tonight. Where is my little speed test, actually? Because it was fine before we went on. I actually did a speed test before we went on, and it was wonderful. And then as soon as we go on, literally the first 30 seconds, it went, no, unstable internet. So one of my neighbours must have decided. Then, oh God, look, it's not even loading the... It's not even loading the speed test. That's never a good sign. Oh, how the hell we've got any connection at this rate? 1.3 megabytes download. Oh, free. That is ridiculous. So what about our upload speeds here? It's not looking good, guys. Ping 838. This is not having it tonight. 2 megabytes. I'm surprised we've got any connection tonight there. Oh, 3 megabytes upload. That is actually ridiculous upload there. So yeah, sorry about the continuity errors there. Hopefully it'll sort itself out soon enough though. Right, we're closing down all but one of the platforms, probably to spare it there. But I think TikTok's still handling it okay at the minute. It seems to be coming through okay. So the Tris sounds like a beeping sound, getting faster and then slowing down, and then sounded like speech of some sort. Ooh, interesting. There are so many interesting phenomena associated with radio there, like little things like number stations. That's a good one. But also something called long delay echo. So I don't think this is what you were hearing there. That sounds like it could have been just a sort of communication there. All the beeps could have been data, could have been a digital transmission there. But there's a really interesting phenomenon called long delay echoes. I'll see you in a bit, Bougie. Long delay echoes there. So that is when you're out on your radio, you transmit your signal, and it comes back to you. You get the echo back, you receive it back with about a 7-second delay there. Now, what's interesting about that is normal echoes, you get radio echoes, reflections back, and normally the ionosphere interacts with a radio. Yeah, normally the ionosphere interacts with radio and reflects those signals. In fact, AM radio stations, because of that at night, the ionosphere just is so powerful for those reflections there. They have to actually turn down their transmitters by half. Otherwise, they end up putting their AM radio station halfway around the world and annoying everybody there. Raf, going to restart the laptop. It's probably our end, Raf, sadly. It's just not having it. But my contact is really playing up now. But yeah, so you get this reflection, this echo from the ionosphere, but that's much quicker. It's like a fraction of a second because it's the speed of light there, and so we know what that is. We know radio waves can be echoed back. There's a phenomenon there, but these are long delayed echoes. That 7 seconds means there's something 3.5 seconds at the speed of light away from the Earth, to 3.5 seconds there, and then reflected back. What could that be? Well, the only clue that we have is that if you draw that circle around the Earth, what is it, about 3.5 seconds at the speed of light? Well, Lagrange points. There are some of those Lagrange points there, which are basically gravitational parking spots. Everything should be moving, should be in motion up there, but there are these handful of positions where the gravity of the Earth, the Moon, the Sun kind of cancel each other out, and therefore they're just like these fixed parking spots up there in space, and some of those are at this 3.5 second range there. So if you would expect to put a probe up there, maybe aliens came across Earth some time ago and they wanted to put a probe here to keep an eye on us, see when we advanced enough. Well, the interesting thing is the best place to put that would be one of these Lagrange points. That is where the James Webb Space Telescope is in a Lagrange point. And also this reflecting of the signal, returning it, replying with the same message there is exactly the sort of thing that we theorised how we could potentially start off communications with a species we don't understand there. So that is a very, very interesting phenomena. Trace, I turned off all my PC speakers and got some pasta called Brava Stare. Interesting. So was that coming through your PC then? Excuse me. So yeah, the Lagrange points are very, very interesting there. So it was going through the PC speakers. Oh, was it because you get a little bit of interference from phones and connected devices like that? They used to do the sounds. You used to get those previously, but yeah. So this long delay echo here, you've had that for it's quite a few years. That has been detected, right? And there was even, I think, the early days of radio. They were detecting this as well, because there was not much. There's not much traffic out there for radio in those early days. It's still quite experimental, not like it is now, where there's so much going on all the different frequencies now. But they were still detecting this back then. So it does appear that it's either some sort of natural effect that we don't fully understand yet, but we understand the others, or maybe it's a probe that's been here a long time. I think Tesla thought for a while that he was contacting the Martians, because we forget this, that we still thought Mars was probably occupied until, was it like the 30s or the 40s, when we actually got some proper eyes on there. Same with Venus as well. A lot of the early UFO reports were talking of Venetians and Martians landing here. Now, does that mean those early reports are lies, people making it up and they didn't know better, so that's why they said Martians and Venusians? Or was it the phenomena itself? Maybe these aliens were just saying that as part of their cover. So it's strange. I installed ferrite rings. Oh, that will stop it. Yes, stop the interference out of there. So yeah, it was picking up something. That is interesting, Tris. Whereabouts in the world are you based? Yeah, so the world of radio is very, very interesting as well. And Airline Alexandra, welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from tonight? Good to have you in. If you are joining us for the first time, guys, do say hello. How do you feel about the alien phenomena? Have you ever had an experience yourself? We'd love to hear about that whilst we're waiting for the action to come up on screen. We're doing a live alien radio signal hunt, searching the hydrogen line. That's the yellow line at the top of the screen there. And it's the frequency that scientists, or the channel on the radio dial that scientists theorise are most likely to hear the hello is anybody else out there message. And there have been a number of interesting candidate signals detected over the years, starting off with, I think one of the main ones is the wow signal, definitely the most well known there, because it is a very, very good signal there. It looks like a non-organic signal, not from this Earth. But there have been a few more since then, and the frequency of these candidate signals does seem to be ramping up. So we've also got one from a very close by star called Rossel 128. It's a red dwarf star, and what's really interesting about this one is that we know that there is a planet in orbit of that star that's within its habitable zone there, so it could host life. So very, very interesting indeed there. But we've also got potential signals as well coming from our closest stellar neighbour there, Proxima Centauri, a mere 4.25, something like that, light years away, so not far at all. Still far for us to travel, but multiple instances where people do think they have caught signals coming from that star system. How cool would that be, having neighbours there, or how dangerous could that be? Antiquus, how's Alan? Good question. In fact, we can do a little Ask Alan. Have we got any questions for Alan, guys? We'll do a little Ask Alan. We'll put Alan in his spaceship. Alan, can you beam up? Right, Alan's beamed up, so I hope you've got your questions ready, guys. So, Alan, are you ready to answer some questions?
Sup, Earthlings. It's me, your glorious leader, Alan. What can I answer for you today?
Lamort wants to know, what's your favourite food? Yeah? So, Alan, what's your favourite food?
I'm fond of pizza.
Oh, he's fond of pizza. I mean, who isn't there? Rob's in. How you doing, Robbie? Good to see him. We're doing an Ask Alan. Have we got any other questions for Alan whilst he's up in his little spaceship? He's taken the time, rather generously there, allowing us to have a little chat. I don't think there's got many questions for you tonight, Alan, there. I'm glad to hear it, Robbie. Beach is in as well. Well, maybe we'll get you back out later there, Alan. We'll leave him up in his spaceship there. Oh, what's his favourite stream? Well, it's not going to be me, is it, Tickers? Oh, Beach. Alan, what's your favourite planet? Oh, Alan, are you still up there? Come on, then. We'll do another one there. Alan, what's your favourite planet?
Vega.
Oh, it's Vega. Well, that's convenient because we've got Vega in shot. There. Oh, Kate's back for a bit. So we've got Alan in. Any last questions for Alan there? Have you got a favourite streamer? I think that one was asked earlier there. Who's your favourite live streamer?
Not Sam.
Oh, well, we knew that one, didn't we? Truth Teller as well, thank you for the likes there. Right, we'll put Alan away for the second, but get some questions ready and we'll have them out later there. So, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt, searching on the hydrogen line for potential messages from... that is mean, isn't it? Yeah, potential messages from another alien species out there. Beach as well, thank you for the hearts, very kind. It all goes back into the stream. Yeah, so we're searching on the hydrogen line for those potential signals. Now, there have been a good handful of interesting candidate signals throughout the years there, and the frequency of which does seem to be increasing, but they are very, very rare. We never know when we're going to be passing over a star with a planet that will be sending us the signal. And if we do get that signal, it will only be on screen for between 30 and 90 seconds. That is how long at these sorts of distances there that it will take for the dish with the Earth's rotation to pass on, over and off of the target there. So we've got to keep an eye out, looking out for that spike. Where are we there? Anything cool today? Just rain. We've got the, I think it's the same as yesterday now. Well, what is interesting is it wasn't, when I first booted the computer up, about a quarter of an hour before the stream, this was all, I think it was actually generally higher, but it wasn't, we didn't have the two plateaus. I thought, well, that's interesting, we've not got this now. And then the interference signal came back, and then we get in the ridge right where we would expect to see some evidence there. But it has obviously been with us for a couple of nights now, so that does tell us that the signal source is nearby. So probably not aliens, maybe all that stellar activity that we've got going on now. Let me go down. This is better than Ant and Dec. It's Alan, and I won't. Alan calls me something with a D. But yeah, so we're going to be doing the alien radio signal hunt. It does seem that the whole overall sort of strength is a little bit higher tonight as well. Our tally is quite up. Now, unlike last night, I mean, we've been on... we've been on just under an hour, 59 minutes, 23 seconds there. And we've already hit 66 of the tallies there. That's that every time of the microsignal analysis box comes up, it ticks up there, and that works based on if it thinks there might be something worth searching for there. So it's quite interesting that it does imply that maybe there is something it's trying to pick up, but it just can't quite do it there. Nettie, how are you doing there? I've been in for a while. Always good to see you. I hope the world has been treating you well. Good to see you in. We're all good here. I mean, other than technical difficulties. Other than that, yeah, we're all good. And Raf, it seems to be a bit better, Raf. Well, I probably is going to be a lot of that on our end. Our internet is really playing up something rotten tonight for no good reason. Beach as well. So what's the number we have to meet for it to be, for sure, a signal from others? So there's a few little criteria there. So it's not necessarily any of these sort of where's my little cursor, the numbers here, like, because we could get a signal from ET that could be very quiet, so a very low signal, or a very strong signal depending on how powerful it is. Obviously the more powerful it is, the clearer it is for us to detect it, the easier it is there. So really, if we got a signal through that was quite thin, not too thin, but quite thin there, again, that implies an organic a technological signal there. So the thinner almost the better, but not quite. Their nature is very messy, so if it's a wide signal going across multiple frequencies, probably nature. But if it's in a tight little gap there, then that is one of the indicators for us there that it's an intelligent, potentially alien signal there. Now, if it's on our screen for between 30 and 90 seconds, that's another little tick box for us. That tells us that the signal source is not physically with us here and now, because these ones, again, one of the main reasons we know they're not alien is that they've been with us for so long, because obviously as the Earth rotates, the dish will sweep across the sky, passing over various stars there. So if we did have a signal, it wouldn't be on there for long at all. Let me go up here. So there's some of the criteria. Also Doppler shift as well. But it's a good question there, Beach. And it hasn't been, I'm glad to hear it, Nessie, there. And but definitely a small rise on the hydrogen light. It does, and again, it's not the normal undulation, is it? The up and down here. That's quite natural there, and it eases in, eases out. But this is a little plateau, like this one. It's very distinctly above that. And Eddie, what's your thoughts on the interstellar you mean 3-eye atlas there? So I'm leaning, I think, even more so towards it being a fancy interstellar object, like a comet there, like a weird one maybe. I don't think it's done anything quite clear enough to be alien, but it's not a very hard-held belief there. It's very interesting there. What do I call you? I know Alan's name, but not yours. Nice B. Well, hello, B. I'll try and remember. Gosh, that makes sense now. Be chilling, not beach. I keep calling you beach. Oh my god, that scared the life out of me. My phone going off there. Yeah, I'm Sam, by the way. Hello, B. Did anyone catch the aura? I didn't. No. 43,000. Well done, guys. Ticking away there. Yeah, it just looks, it's definitely a weird object. Like, I wouldn't put it past it for it to turn out to be something clear. I just don't think at the minute we've got the clear evidence of that one there. And as AM says, do join us over on Discord. There you go. We've got a link in our bio for that, but we've got a really cool personal experiences section for you guys to contribute, share your stories, your images, videos of the phenomena, or just read through those ones there. The 3-eye atlas chat is very active there, and generally the interesting thing is pretty filling up there as well. Couldn't stay awake. I was oddly wiped out of the read. I mean, it did sound very intense there. I was telling some people about the read earlier. It's very, very interesting. We will have to cover that, but I don't think I'll do it justice unless I read it all out. And thank you for always being so informative. I learned something new. Thank you, B. I do appreciate that. I'm just passing on what you guys tell me, but we do try. No whips were involved. Not that night, then, Kate. Where are we over on the YouTubes? Where Rash had his Cocoa Pops. And Siggy. got my Haribo, and let's do some hunting. Oh, that actually sounds quite good there. It's a nice compilation, Raf. No Fro Buntos. And Tickers is over on the YouTube there. Oh, you're going off for 9. Is that now? That's almost, isn't it? There. Yeah, you need to rest those hands, Tickers. Where are we? In the old TikTok chat. Oh, thank you, Bruce. That's very, very kind of you to say. They're loving the stickers, Mayor. And remember, guys, we have our stream stickers as a limited edition physical sticker print there you can get from our TikTok shop. And oh my God, I did not realise how bloody expensive postage is these days. Jesus Christ. To send that, just the postage, costs £2.70 to send that in the post. That is robbing bastards like that, let alone the packaging. But anyway, side note there. Shared knowledge on how civilization is built. Oh, where was the first part of that? I can't see the first part there, but yeah, it's very interesting. We scroll through. No pie tonight, Raph. What's wrong with the world? There, and as Mayor says, yes, they are in the TikTok shop there. Only a handful of them. Oh, postage is bloody ridiculous, isn't it? Like, absolutely insane. Was more. Time you take the packaging in, it costs more than the actual product does. It's absolutely stupid at the minute there. But as Matt says, yes, it is in the TikTok shop. We only got a handful of them because they were a bit of a novelty there. But I can't imagine for overseas. I really want this. Give it a go. We'll figure it out. We'll have to. I don't even know where to start. But they're not a profit maker at all. They're there just as a novelty for everybody. So we can figure it out if you do want some there. Joseph's in the house. How you doing there? You're in there as bad as mine, Joseph. You're not wrong there. And the frustrating thing was, it's been fine. I think he's having another sulk, isn't it? It was totally fine until I pressed to go live, and now it's having the sulk. Ryan Busters, they are, Kate. Do you sell the aliens too? He's so cute. B. I wanted to, but because he's a soft toy, there's all sorts of extra regulations around him to basically, they've got to be safe for kids and stuff like that. And it's trying to make sure that they meet the standards is the difficulty. We are looking to. Alan and I are traumatised by this. Alan's well used to it. I try and tone it down for the stream, but I'm always swearing. Alan reminds me he has got crazy frog energy, like a more grumpy crazy frog. There, takes me back to the old crazy frog. 7 Xmas cards overseas. It's going to cost a small fortune. It's just gone absolutely crazy at the minute. There, £5 on Teemo. That's not bad, is it? We wouldn't be able to compete with that. They might set fire to themselves at random points, though. I'm here for the cursing emoji. Yeah, that's basically me. God, our signal is absolutely awful tonight there. Back off to sick bay. I've got to go there. Go for your spacewalkies, Alan. So, I'm not sure if it's frozen for you guys, because it looks like it's frozen for me. I've got us up on the phone there. Take him out. Can't afford to. Oh, yeah. Oh, is it? Oh, good. On my phone, it's frozen. I have it up to keep an eye on it, and it's frozen. But yeah, if you are just joining us, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt. Thank you as well for the check-in. That's actually not too bad a lag, actually. It's basically as soon as I asked it. Anyway, yeah, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt. Searching on the hydrogen line, that is the yellow line at the top of the screen. It's the channel on the radio dial that scientists theorise are most unlikely to hear the hello. Is anybody else out there message? We've heard potential candidate signals throughout the years. Obviously, the main one that people mostly know is the WOW signal there, detected in the sort of late 1970s, only a few years after we as humanity sent out a message ourselves there. But there has been a handful of interesting candidates. Again, some from not that far away indeed. In fact, our closest stellar neighbour has potentially been throwing some signals our way on multiple occasions. You've got the BLC 1, which is the Breakthrough Listen Candidate 1 signal there that was detected, I think it was like 2019 or something like that. It's a really good signal, but they've put it aside and they've said, hey, no, that's it's probably interference or something like that, because they can't confirm it there, but they've not got any evidence that it is interference. That's what makes me laugh, actually. A lot of these signals get wrote off as sort of satellite interference or electronic interference when they don't have any idea of what the source could be, or when they claim it's satellites and then no satellites actually transmit on those frequencies, though. And Beach, thank you for the heart, if I hadn't thanked you already. And Nettie as well, thank you for the other gifts there, appreciate that. It all goes back into the stream. Where are we? Let's scroll down. No, we are up to date. There we go, that's a rarity. But yeah, there have been a few interesting candidate signals. So the one that really interests me, obviously other than the WOW signal there, is the Ross 128 signal there, coming from a star that's not too far away, not much further at all than our closest neighbour there. So we're on the same street, you could say. There, Ross 128 is a red dwarf star, and we know, and this is the really interesting point, and why I keep bringing it up, is because Ross 128 has a exoplanet. That's a planet in its orbit, not in our solar system, a planet in its orbit there that's within its habitable zone there, so we know it's close enough to the star to have the water not be ice, liquid water there for life to grow, but not obviously too close to be it too hot there. So I think, is that the first time we have one of these potential signals coming from a star that we know has a planet there that is within its habitable zone? God, my eyes are totally gone now. Let me scroll down here. And Bougie, so glad I found the live. It's the best. Thank you, Bougie. I'm glad we found you too. I love our little community here. Nettie, oh my God, gotta go now. Just popped in to say hi. Have a good rest of the night. Oh, thank you, Nettie. Always good to see you. Keep well until the next time there. Dan, have you had any good signals? So we haven't yet. We haven't been doing this too long ourselves there. And they don't come up every day. But there have been, right on this frequency here, this yellow line on top of the screen there have been a good number of past signals there. So our odds aren't too bad, but they are quite rare still, though. We never know if we're going to be passing over the right star at the right time. There's going to have a planet sending us that signal there. So a bit of a needle in a haystack there, but the longer we do it, our odds increase there. And any signal that does arrive on screen will be only with us for between 30 and 90 seconds. That is how long, with the Earth's rotation, it's going to take for our dish to be on and over and then off again of a target signal there. So we have to be patient and look out for that spike, waiting for that spike to appear on screen. But saying that, we may not have had the clear message from ET, but we are seeing some very interesting behaviour here. Very interesting indeed going on in the background noise. It's definitely changed a bit there. Oh God, where's my little chat gone? Let me scroll down there. It is, Mayor. It is, because I needed one to push through for this stream today. I got so tired after work, and now it's getting later. I'm like, is that going to keep me up now? But I wouldn't have been able to do the stream without something. I'm normally quite good, no coffee or whatever, from the late afternoon. But I thought I'd pull out the emergency monster for that one. Monster Gone 9 is crazy. Honestly, I'm going to regret that, but I don't sleep anyway. I know next year, B, I spend the year building a good setup for this and solar watching. Excellent. I want to see the results of that. That sounds awesome, B. And Bougie as well, thank you for the shares there, man, with the stickers. It's not a satellite. I love those stickers. They need to be on the next batch of physical stickers there. I can drink 3 and then go to bed. Honestly, energy drinks never used to touch me. The only one that I ever felt anything from was that original Monster. And I'd only ever feel like a slight boost from it there. But I'm older now and I'm not as used to them, so maybe that one will keep me up even longer there. The stronger the caffeine, the better the sleep aid. Maybe it's the old ADHD thing. Things do work, don't they? In a little odd way around like that. Bougie, is there meant to be an internet apocalypse coming with the solar storm? Good question. I haven't heard at the minute, but I mean, generally there could well be anything that's going to interfere with our satellites on a large degree there, or our cables. These solar storms can wipe out technology. If they are strong enough there, they can fry out our grids and all this sorts of stuff. Or if they, even before that, they can still just fry the satellites that are up there in space. And even if not all internet traffic follows that way, the sheer burden then put onto the other parts, so it would throttle the system there. All of our systems in society are quite finely balanced. There's not a lot of room for play or redundancy in them. And depending on what side of the tube you fall on, there's always some type of apocalypse. Oh yes, yeah, depending on, there's always something. Has the WOW signal been decrypted, Dan? Good question. So there was a guy recently claiming that he's kind of understood the signal, but I'm not sure. I mean, it goes beyond my understanding of a lot of these things, so I can't fully say either way. But we do know that the WOW signal itself, it was detected by the Big Ear radio telescope, and that radio telescope didn't have the capacity to record any modulation or any sort of potential data, any message within the signal itself. It could only just detect that there was a signal and it was this strong. It was quite basic analog technology there at the time. So there was definitely no message in it in the same way that we would send a message there within radio. So it would only have to be the signal itself being the message. And I think this is what this guy was saying, is he was looking at the signal strengths and then doing that. Now, I don't know how the aliens would know what our measurement charts are. You know, like this strong, we give it the letter U. This strong, we give it the letter 0, letter K, or a 0 or 1. I don't know how they would know our measurement charts, therefore, for us to then extrapolate a message from it. But maybe with that one. Then, Tick, you would have to replicate everything if a solar flare, replace everything if a solar flare was big enough to knock it out. Yeah, and that's the risk, isn't it? If it was big enough there, setting us all back like that, it'd be straight back to sticks and stones for a lot of us there. Yeah, I mean, it might be. I mean, it's just the end of my understanding there, the limits of it there. New sticker, Sam zoomies. I don't zoomy. I never zoomy. I'm too old. We have to go back to Morse code. Yeah, well, that's the funny thing, wasn't it? That during the Carrington event, which is one of the ones they always give as an example of a similar-ish thing, so it's a start of our sort of electronic technology era there, so it was all of the days of Morse code and the telegraph lines there. Well, that is actually, they had this solar storm, again, it was so powerful, and again, it wasn't that powerful in the scheme of things, just large that we had for a while, that it charged all of the telegraph lines there to the point where operators were getting shocks and their equipment was blowing up, and even if it wasn't connected to the grid, these things were still operating there, all of the Morse code and stuff. So it can be very, very it can be very dangerous. And I think there, yeah, how would they know our alphabet? Exactly, that's what I was thinking, Dan, with it there. And B as well, what I'm afraid of is if they saw our news feeds or some of our horror movies. Well, isn't it one of the earliest broadcasts is Hitler's speech, isn't it, at the old the Olympic opening ceremony or something like that, and then obviously got the war stuff going on later. Well, I think the best bit of news in relation to that is that television broadcasts and radio broadcasts are quite low powered. So although they travel at the speed of light, so in theory a broadcast that went out 80 years ago there, some of that wartime stuff, maybe even 90 years ago if you're going back to the old Olympics or whatever it was there of the 30s, that would be 90 light years away. So that's a bubble around us there of how far those signals would have travelled. But they're relatively speaking quite low powered. So again, it's the issue that we have here. We may get signals through, but they're going to be so quiet. Can we hear them? Like, we probably wouldn't be able to hear radio and television on our setup here from not that far away, because again, they're low powered. Now our other signals, like our radar, things like that, they're very high powered, so they're kind of like big beacons that flash out there. Now there's no real message within it, but they would know that it's still a technology if they detected it. So they're the real things. I could do with some zoomies. I've got loads to do. I've been waiting for a burst of focus and motivation, and I've not found it yet. I've got chores building up left, right and centre there. And Kevin, I'm a licensed radio ham. We still use CW. Love it. I think we're in CW now at the minute. Brilliant, Kevin. Kevin, have you ever experienced the long delay echo phenomena? And if so, how have you got theories around it as well? What that might be at play there. Bougie as well, carving the shares there, thank you. And Disclosure's in the house. How you doing, Disclosure? And Tick Tick as well. Just make sure you've got good rubber soles for earthing yourself. Yes. Sit in your car. Check out Colonel Philip Corso's book, The Day After Roswell. It'll open your eyes. It's on my reading list. Yes, Corso is on it. I like that one, Kevin. How do you feel about the alien phenomena there? Do you believe that we are being visited? I think I'm very much leaning this way after some of the stuff that is coming out from the States. There is no focus to be had these days. Oh, tell me about it. I still to see Avatar 2. Bougie, I've still to see Avatar 1. But what's quite interesting, I don't know a lot about the film, but isn't it that it is our close... Is it Sirius? What star is that based around? But anyway, the star that is based around, and it's meant to be based on a moon orbiting a planet, orbiting that star, isn't it, to us? And they did detect, actually, a planet in orbit of that star, which was like the one in the film. That I think they also detected a moon around it as well. So there was a line, it was similar to that. Raph, I'm in the same boat. I think you said this before, Kate, you know, the judgment of the films I haven't seen. Never ending. Where are we? There. So yeah, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt. Give me Interstellar or over Avatar every day of the week. I mean, that's kind of like, yeah, the idea of it didn't appeal to me. I think I just didn't like the hype at the time. Like, everybody was like, oh, it's the best thing ever. And as soon as I hear that, then I avoid it. But I'm willing to give it a try now. I'm willing to open myself up to the wonders of Avatar there. What? Number 3 is out in December. Better catch up. Jeez, 3 of them already. Takes quite a while there. Seeing those likes pop up, guys, thank you for that. All those likes and those shares help us reach more and more like-minded people there, getting more eyes and minds on the phenomena, so we could all piece this puzzle together there. Interstellar is the best film ever. It is well up there. It is such a good one there. Guys, if you are joining us, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt. And tonight we are searching the skies for potential alien radio signals coming in from amongst the stars. We're searching on a frequency called the hydrogen line. That's the yellow line at the top of the screen there. And it is the channel on the radio dial that scientists theorize we are most likely to hear the hello, is anybody else out there message. And we've heard it a few times potentially throughout the years there. Obviously the WOW signal is the most well-known one we've ever detected there, but there have been a few other interesting ones, including some from our closest stellar neighbour there, Proxima Centauri, and then some that are not much further away than that, but that do have planets orbiting them within the habitable zone. So I think those chances are quite high there. Have you all seen The Long Walk? Not a space movie, but a heart-jerker for sure. I haven't. Armageddon is a classic. I haven't seen that one in years. It's a space movie, isn't it? But it's, I suppose, we're Alien for our Alien Movie Club, isn't it? And what are we watching? So it's going to be, if you're not joining us over on Discord yet, remember, I think it's the 28th, last Friday of the month at 10 PM UK time, we'll be watching Invasion of the Body Snatchers together. I think it's either on Amazon Prime or it's on Netflix, whichever one that was. We're going to watch it separately, but all at the same time, and chat along in the Discord. So do join us over there for that. We've got a link in our bio for that one. And then next Friday, is that the 21st? I think I want to say it's the 21st. We're going to be doing our next Patreon, a deep dive there. So you can use the link in our bio to get a month for free, so you can join us for that one for free and then watch some of the past ones. But coming up, we're going to be on that particular night. I think that's going to be I think we might move it a little bit early. Might do it at 10 PM UK time rather than the normal listed 11 there. But yeah, we're going to be doing the ultra-terrestrial. Yeah, ultra-terrestrial paper theory there from Hal Puthoff. That's going to be an interesting read-through and deeper dive there. Disclosure, thank you for the gift. Sorry if I've missed those, and thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom, thanks guys.
The screen isn't as bright today, so I do keep missing everything there. Do check out the Discord there, Kevin. Appreciate that. And welcome to the community. Documentaries on the 21st. So it is, yes, that's the age of disclosure, isn't it? So what we do actually want to do, we did want to do a watch along for our community. They do another special movie night together, but it's so damn expensive. I don't think I can literally afford it this month. There, so you guys can watch along to that. Hey up! Oh, YouTube is quite far behind this feed. I keep seeing you, Swigger Monster. That is quite far behind. All right, we can time it, all right? So I'm gonna. There you go. There's my wave. When's that gonna come up on YouTube? Anderson. What's the ultra-terrestrials? Right. I can't remember now. That you've obviously got extraterrestrial, which is terrestrials here on Earth. So extra is another planet. That's a traditional one. Extratemporal, which means basically us from the future, or beings that are coming from a different time rather than a different place. There. An ultra-terrestrial is which one is that? Is that the dimensions one, or is that the like a different but been here all along theory? I can't remember now. That's why we've got to read the paper. Shannon, hello Shannon. Good to see you in. How have you been? Alan says hello. Where are we? Let me scroll up there. Bougie, you can stream it. Oh, which one is that? Is that the new one, the Age of Disclosure? Because if that's on the stream, that does solve the problem there. Oh, you can stream it for everyone. Well, see, we were looking at ways of doing it, but partly I think we want to make sure that the film actually gets enough attention, so therefore it has that chance that everybody's going to see it. So we want to have as many eyes on it there. But it is tempting, actually, Bougie. It's tempting to be a little bit naughty and do that one as well. Just put the timer on there. And they are all interesting. I'm gonna join for that. I'm all about space and dimensions. That is the thing in it, coming from back in the day, nuts and bolts, little green men, UFOs. Now we've got all these different flavours and genres and types there. It's mind-blowing, but it's also very fascinating. I feel like a kid in a sweet shop of all of these different theories are there. Anything. Might have to get you to run the movie nights for us there. Shannon, I've been good, thank you. Sorry, I've been missed a few lives. Work's been a bit crazy. Shannon, never have to apologise. We love to see you, but sometimes life gets in the way, and sometimes you've got some better offers there. But as long as you've been good, that's all good to hear there. And Aviation World, how are you doing? Good to see you in there. I can stream anything and share it ever need. Oh, but we're getting tempted there, Bougie. That is. I'm very tempted for that one, actually, because it has been a bit of a stickler for us, making sure that the films are available for everybody and all of that. It's been a bit of a trick. Cosmic, how long before the first autocorrect planter? I didn't want to say anything, but hopefully not too long. I've missed Shannon's autocorrect there. Thank you, Bushi. Wayfind, you see the Belgium airspace is in lockdown due to drones. It feels like it's like every other day at the minute. There's so much going on over that. And somebody pointed out, obviously we've got and it is all intertwined, trying to separate these things from drones to potential UFOs, UAPs. Obviously, you're quite close to the hot zone, with everything going on with the Ukraine and Russia and all that stuff at the minute there. So it makes sense that if Russia's playing silly buggers, they're gonna, possibly put these drones in there, easily accessible. But also that the US has been reportedly deploying more nuclear weapons closer to the lines there, and we know that the phenomena has a strong interest in nuclear weapons. In fact, the New Jersey drone flap, at the same time that was going on, we had it over here over our American Air Force bases that we had in the UK, so conveniently where they would put nukes and stuff there at the right time. So it's very, very interesting, isn't it there? Happy to help. Thank you, Woody, there. Oh, gosh. And I find what a joke the government needs to just admit the ET reality. It is, isn't it? It's like it's holding on desperately, but it's slipping for, it's like sand or water going through your fingers. They're losing control of the narrative. Like disclosure is just going to happen. I don't know how long for that full level there, but it is leaking through, isn't it? Shannon shared the live. Not seen that in a while. Thank you, Shannon. There, appreciate that. Helps us reach more and more like-minded people there. And it's scary, but now I know. Oh wait, what is the first part of that one? Straight. I saw things at that time straight in front of my face. It's scary, but I know. See, yeah, this is it can be very, very scary, can't it? Like, you know, this is, if you've got no model or understanding of what these things are, if it's that far away from your understanding of the world and how it functions, it's going to be quite jarring. What sort of thing, Bougie, if you want to share? What sort of thing was it? Was it like just like the lights moving like that, or was there more like a craft or something coming into shot? Kevin, regarding the radio signals delay, the atmospheric conditions play a part in that layer of ionization and propagation. Yes, I've heard about you know, how the ionosphere affects certain things, particularly like with, I think like with AM stations will have to turn down their transmitters, don't they, at night because of that effect there. But so I've heard that there is like a little bit of shenanigans going on with that. So it's nothing that you've not detected or not experienced, like those really long ones, or with it there. And Joshua as well, welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow. Oh, sunspot activity. I hadn't even thought of that. Yeah, so like with what's going on at the minute, so we've got this heightened sort of solar activity and stuff. Could that be affecting a lot of the things that we're detecting now? It was glitching in and out of reality. A craft and then split into orbs. Again, that splitting and that separation was only something I'd seen. I think that the recent drone issue flap there was the first time I'd seen a lot of different facets of the phenomena. So the splitting and sometimes joining together, but also that when you zoomed into them, the weird textural, organic nature, I hadn't seen that part of it, or the morphing as well into objects and out of objects as well. It's been a lot of activities over the skies recently, Shannon. We've had that's good to hear, because we've had over here, it's been like ridiculously quiet. It's starting to pick up again now. I mean, not for the skywatchers, still cloudy for that, but like the radio was just like for a week or so it was dead. So can't jump out of my skin there. So the week it was absolutely dead. So lots of activity. Yeah, we haven't had a chance to get the camera out sadly lately. It's like that biomechanical. It does make you wonder, doesn't it? Like, what is their core nature, and is there multiple things going on? Also, aurora. Where is it? Aurora borealis. There we go. First one. I was like, what's the other? Aurora borealis. So I've had, we're definitely getting alerts for it, but I've not seen anything, sadly, this end there. And Zero, hello! Any bizarre radio spikes? Won't the signals be reflected? Good point, quite possibly there. Did someone say Haribo? That is quite a while. There's a delay over there, I don't know. Yeah, it could well be. Honestly, I'm losing track at the minute now, because we are getting the ionosphere if we got the signals down, but it wouldn't necessarily stop those signals coming in. Maybe weaker ones. I don't know. It was too cloudy for me to see anything. I did look, but nothing interesting. Kevin's got 11-year cycle of the sunspots radiation ionizes the layers in the atmosphere. When a layer is ionized, I have to wait for the next part. That's very interesting. And there it is, cosmic. Waveline as well. I think UAP is many things, as it's multi-dimensional out there. I think you're right there. Even if you take away back to the old school prosaic nuts and bolts, I mean, there could be many civilizations at many different technological levels, and we know time is probably going to be quite a big factor in this as well, just because the nature of how these craft probably operate there is going to affect time as well as gravity. So there's going to be just lots of variations in that, and then you take into these extra facets. Maybe there's a dimensional component to it as well. Maybe there's some stuff we can't even get our heads around. So that would make sense too, wouldn't it? We're about to get battered with a G5. Oh, Jesus. Hopefully, though, we get a nice light show from it. That'd be nice. Because I missed the last one. So where are we? Oh no, we're up to date here. There we are, we're all across the board. There we go. So yeah, it's remained pretty stable tonight, hasn't it? I think the little plateau here around the hydrogen line has slowly dipped down, but again, I wonder why it's causing spikes on those reasons there. Jessica, why is it over on Twitch? Why is your room so much green? So, because it's alien themed, isn't it? It's bright green for aliens. So we're actually multicasting, guys, over on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok there. So if you're on YouTube and Twitch, you get to see the full screen. They see more analysis going on than you do on the vertical view on Twitch. So make sure you give us a follow over on all of those platforms. I've got a little backup when TikTok has a sulk for us there. How do you feel about the aliens, Jessica? Are you a believer that aliens are out there? Do you believe we're being visited, or are we all alone in space? He's green I'm green with alien envy. Actually, yeah, some people are getting some really, really good shots at the minute, and I'm like, oh, we've just got clouds, so I'm very much green with envy. I'll get you writing my experience after the live and post. Oh, Bougie, thank you. I love that one, and they'll all appreciate it there. Jessica, yes, we are. YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch all at once there. TikTok's where the chat action is. So, yeah, Twitch is the quietest. We've got a few over on YouTube as well. But, yeah, we are at the thing UFO on all of them. Where are we? Into the actual chat. Right. Let me do this one. And Wi-Fi, NASA still not released the free iPics. They have just lost complete control and don't know what to do. It does feel like that, doesn't it? I mean, they've only had a day or so back in the office, so to speak. But you know, don't you, that they were still doing the work. They were still playing around with them even while they were officially closed. So I'm sure, yeah, they could have sorted something out day one back. But hopefully they'll come out pretty quickly. And Bougie, I will get writing. Oh no, I've done that one. And Dell, have you found frequency changes? So, interesting question here. With the frequency, we haven't with the signals that we've got here, but that is one of the things to look out for, isn't it, there? So, it is that the Doppler shift, the frequency of a signal ever so slightly changing there, implying that a signal could be coming from a source that is in orbit there. Hello, Rosetta, how are you doing? Good to see you in there. Or liars, but they could well be. I think they're clueless or liars. I mean, bureaucrats sums up both of those for me. Us both. Yeah, I don't trust them there. Rosetta, I see the weather is terrible with you as well. Yes, it has been such a run of awful weather. We'd be desperate for a skywatch, although we were promised, maybe tomorrow. I'm going to have to check my my weather report there. Green like my body, yeah. How long have you been doing this? Only found your channel tonight. Oh, Zena, we've been doing this since basically the end of June and July, but we've not been doing it much on YouTube. Only recently I've been able to do that kind of sort of consistently. But yeah, welcome aboard. Thank you for finding us. Where are you joining us from in the world, Zena? But yeah, the weather's been very terrible there. Airbrushing the images, and no doubt. Oh yes, and need to get Gary McKinnon to do his thing again. Yeah, well, the hacker, wasn't it, that broke in to their computers. We know that they do a doctor and do edit things. So God knows of what the reality is there. And Rizzo, thank you for the heart. That's very, very kind. And Kevin as well. County Down Island, love it. Again, lots of activity your way. Lots of activity. We've got a few, I think, people your way that, a few viewers your way that have talked about very, very active. I think Scotland and Ireland as well are the two busiest places for the phenomena at the minute there. I'm bad at tapping, but always happy to share. Oh, well, thank you. It's all appreciated there, Shannon. And can you show for a free 2? Sadly not at the minute, no. Although in theory the software goes up to it, our dish is really tightly focused on... Actually, how far does it go up to? But anyway, it's this sort of range, the hydrogen line range, plus we've got some filters and amplifiers and stuff like that, all in the signal chain that basically make it only good at listening to this range here, because this is the frequency range, the channel on the radio dial, isn't it, that scientists theorise are most likely to hear the hello is anybody else out there message. Coming in with the shares there, Shannon. Let me catch up there. Liverpool. First rating Scousey. I've had a few from your way. Scotland, not far from me. There was a massive V shape of lights photographed. Arizona stuff, really? Was that a recent one? That is interesting, because with all that air traffic, strange military air traffic activity the other weeks, wasn't there? It's still blocking it. Honestly, Rosetta, everybody's having it. KV, everybody is having so much trouble with TikTok lately. Let alone what the trouble we're bloody having with it. Hence why the other platforms. But it is rude. It is rude. They still pull it off. That has been a while, Rosetta. Poor thing. Well, we're all wishing you better there. Alan, too. What time are you on till? Kate, good question. Probably about between now and 10, maybe another 15 minutes or so. Probably won't stay quiet until 10. Oh, God, yes, Shannon, you're one with the... Oh, you've had more sightings. Oh, Shannon, we need to hear about those. We really, really need to hear about those, because that was a really cool one. That is, yeah, you've had more sightings. Oh, I don't want to go in the sea now. But yeah, tomorrow, so what we're going to probably do is, I'm trying to get there's an alien-themed game, and because Fridays are normally quite quiet. Actually, let me check my weather, because is it going to be clear tomorrow? Because if it's clear, if we can do a skywatch, we're bloody doing that. But let's not trust them. What are we looking like for tomorrow? I was trying to load. Let's have a look. Right, tomorrow. Oh, those bastards. Yeah, no, it's not looking good at all. Or for Saturday. Right, Monday, maybe. So yeah, it's not looking like a skywatch tomorrow. So we will probably do something a little bit different. So we might either have a break. No, Saturday I think I'm going to have a break. But we might play a spooky or an alien game together there. The other channel is behind by 13 minutes 32 seconds. That is ridiculous, up. That is a ridiculous amount of time. That's got to be a record for bad, isn't it? Yeah, just the other day, a genuine pics apparently, miles long and silent. Very interesting, especially if that correlates with the weird air traffic up. That is very interesting there. It's absolute clown shoes. Oh, Rosetta. And in there, hello, thank you for the heart. Saw a well-known incident when I was living in England some years back. I'd love to hear about that if you want to share it there. And 432 being natural sound of the universe. It would be a great comparison. That's a good idea there, isn't it? I'll see if I can there, but I'm not sure what our range, because all the equipment is focused to this range, and it's not specifically, there is like a wide gap, but it's to how wide that gap is. I'm not sure if it does go there. That range there, but it is speaking of sounds of the universe and stuff like that. I mean, if I shut up, that is the old the cosmic microwave background there. The sounds of the Big Bang, they think. It's interesting to there. Owen as well, thank you for the gifts. It's very kind. It goes back into the stream there. In the Discord, Kate. Yeah, exactly. It should be. Shannon's one should be in the Discord there. It's spooky. And UFO spooking, an aircraft coming into land at Manchester Airport, seen by all passengers. Excellent. Because there was the other one, wasn't there, recently, closing down Manchester Airport for a UFO, UAP, or an orb. Got to go draw more polka dots on a shirt there. Is that for the kids? Oh, thank you for hanging around, Kate. We'll catch you later. That is a long one. Now, I thought nothing of it until it came up in a TV program about sightings. So Kevin, that's actually really interesting, because I caught was it Kurt Russell? I want to say it's Kurt Russell. It might not have been. Actor of that sort of caliber. He apparently was one of the main sightings of or witnesses to witnesses to the Phoenix lights, and he saw it in his light aircraft as he was coming into the airport. And again, he was in the plane, saw it, reported it at the time, and then totally forgot about it until one day, how many years later, he came home. His wife was watching a general sort of TV show about mysteries or something, and the Phoenix lights was on there, and the line was like, and a light aircraft pilot reported the lights, and he went, oh yeah, that was me. And it's this weird forgetting about it. And we've got somebody else, I think they've just logged off now, but Ticker's in our community as well. He's seen something, again, totally forgot about it until coming across the community and went, oh god, I've had a sighting as well. It's amazing. It kind of does something with us, doesn't it? Puts it to the back of our mind. So I'll catch you later, Kate. Good luck with the polka dots. Owen as well, did you see over Livingston again? This one was big. I didn't. I haven't seen that one. 1994 as well. So again, pre-drones and stuff there. Thoughts on the Boogosphere, Del? Good question. I don't really know, but to me, the look of the markings let it down. Like I couldn't tell you left, right, with the other bits, but the looks of the markings made it look cheap. But that's not a professional opinion there. The interesting thing was they were going to put it to one of the universities for testing, and then I've heard that maybe the university was messing them around, which is interesting there. That could add a little bit of weight to it there. I was living. Where are we? Catch up there. Where are we in the chat there? Oh. Where are you? Don't sound northern. Oh, so we're down in Wiltshire, down there by Stonehenge, Xena. Not far there. And why does the cosmic background noise remind me of deep ocean sonar echoes? Good point there. Yeah, it is that sort of... I suppose, that is, the sonar's going to be radio, isn't it, out there? So it's going to be that background, that sort of tone range, maybe. It's a good question. Where are we? I was living... where I was living was right on the flight path there. Oh, so you actually wasn't on the plane, you saw it from there. Oh, that's cool. There's been another Boogosphere, except it's a cylinder cigar shape. Not sure about it. Oh, I think I heard something about that one. I don't remember looking at any images of it, though. But yeah, has there been any good updates on the Boogosphere that I might have missed? Probably have missed. Sorry for the yes, but no, never apologise, Shannon. Just good to see you in. I'm interested in hearing about these other sightings, though, of the creatures in the water. DJ, just hiding watch. DJ, always good to see you. Hope you're okay, DJ. And Wayfind, yeah, can't tell if the image was AI. Likely it was to get the story more clicks. It's so difficult nowadays, isn't it? We're going to filter out all of the noise from the signal from all of these things. But yeah, it doesn't by default mean that it is, but yeah, it's always going to be harder to filter these things out. Adele, did you see the video? They're saying Sanskrit mantra, and they were getting the frequency changes from the sphere. So I did see one video where they were testing it, and for me, it looked very, I don't know for sure, again, this is very emotional rather than like a scientific argument or anything like that, but they looked more like they were playing at testing, like they were filming it, like there was little inconsistencies, like the two guys in the lab coats, one of them was wearing gloves, one of them wasn't, and they were both handling the same object. There were little things like that made me think, if they're not consistent there, where else might they not be consistent? But that doesn't mean they could just be, doing their best and still finding interesting things. So I wouldn't want to fully write it off. But yeah, I feel like I need some more conclusive stuff there. But it was interesting they said that they apparently did go to a university or something, and then they're messing them around with it. So could be interesting there, Del. Good to see you, Del, and good questions. Looked into both the sphere and the cigar. Something seriously human about it. Yeah, solid chromium low magnetic field. As if the mic wouldn't have Yeah, they wouldn't have confiscated them. Someone wanted it to be found. Yeah, it does. There was something about like the patterns on them that felt to me. They were quite roughly done, but it felt like what would a human think something alien looks like bad sci-fi set design sort of thing. There, kind of like some of the crop circles. Not all of them. Some of them I think are really, really interesting there, but a lot of them seem to be, what does a human interpretation of a cosmic symbol look like? There, Wayfind, the boogosphere is very emotive. It's true, there is no consistency. We need some peer review science. Exactly, Wayfind. I think you're right there. It's getting the consistency there. I wouldn't definitely write them off because there's plenty of other excuses for it, you know. But yeah, I think until we see something more middle ground, then we just have to hold it in that space of possible. I'm going to regret drinking that monster so late. Yeah, look how large the... I don't know if it's me, if that's moving at all, but still quite a strong interference signal. We are seeing the occasional spike up there, which is probably what that's measuring. But yeah, interesting though. Good show though. Yes. Oh yeah, they're putting a lot of effort to that. Scroll through on those. Right, well, we're coming out to 1:45, and I'm going to go get some dinner now. But yeah, we'll be on tomorrow, probably at some point tomorrow evening. We might just do something a little bit different there to mix things up a bit. We've done a lot of radio signal searches there. But yeah, next time the sky is clear, we're definitely going to be doing a live UFO UAP skywatch there. And in between that, again, we'll be doing more of this, more alien radio signal hunts. Wild one. What if the boogosphere is part of an ancient protection system and one found? I mean, Del, I've heard a few people talking about like this, a sphere network and all of that sort of stuff. And I mean, there's a plausibility to it. There's a plausibility to it there. Oh, Kevin, it's the Discord. Same as it should be, Kevin, but if not, there is a link. If you click on our main TikTok page, there's like a link tree at the top, and that should have a Discord link and everything else that is there. So you could all join us for those ones. Zena as well, nice meeting you as well. Welcome aboard. Hope to see you later. We do tend to stream every night. Said it might be a bit different tomorrow night, but yeah, basically we're doing something every night, whether it's this or a UFO, UAP, a skywatch. I want to see you all back again for that one. And Gemma, how you doing? What's happening? Oh, well, you're just catching us at the end of the stream, but we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt here, so you'll have to catch us next time for that one as well. And Del, thank you for the follow there. But guys, thank you so much. Kevin as well. Thank you so much for joining us tonight there, asking your awesome questions, coming in with your knowledge and all of that sort of stuff. They really appreciate you there. Gemma, how do you do that? So we have a very large radio dish basically and some other bits of equipment there, and it all comes into the computer where we process all of this here. So yeah, if it's a cloudy night, then we're doing the alien radio signal hunt there. If it's not cloudy, we do a live UFO UAP skywatch there, or we watch the moon, see all the craters, all the details there. So yeah, if you're following, and as you are, thank you, Gemma, you can join us on that journey for that one. So hope to catch you later on then over the weekend, guys, for another search of some sort. You've been awesome. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your tapping aways. We do appreciate all that. Helps how we meet everybody and get our minds together to start explaining all of the problems here. And guys, if you've been gifting, subbing as well, or liking and sharing, extra love, helping us build the community and reinvest in the stream and everything there. So you guys are absolutely appreciated there. Alan says thank you. But yeah, we should be on some point tomorrow doing something, but we'll catch you then. Night, guys. And let's move that one. So YouTubers, you have us for an extra couple of seconds. Where are we? Over here.